Story time on how a girl tried to force me to be lesbian for her. So let's just get straight into it. I knew this girl from primary school. She left my primary school in about year 2. I'd say we were close, but not that close. I'd just say we knew each other, okay? And then I got kicked out of that primary school in year 3. Please don't ask how, because I'm not telling that story time. Anyway, I was out of school then for a year, and I didn't go to my new school till year 5. Finished school there, high school hits. She does not go to my high school, but she follows me on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know this girl, I'll follow her back. So she's commenting on my videos, and I go onto her page, and I see that she's lesbian now, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you, you know? Like, a whole page, she's got, like, gay flags up, she's got, like, the LGBTQ flag up, she's got everything in her room pointing to being lesbian, and in the caption, she would put things like, I'm lesbian. You know, like, I don't know, like high school things like girls talk, whatever it is that we used to say. So at first, I did not find it uncomfortable when she used to comment on my TikToks, oh my god, so pretty, you're gorgeous, you're so pretty, you look stunning today. I just thought, yeah, she's one of my girls, yeah girl, you know, I didn't see her any differently because the fact that she came out, because why would I? We end up starting to get close again and she starts texting me on TikTok because I did not have Snap at the time. My dad was very strict. My dad wasn't comfortable with me having Snapchat in year 7 because when I had it, some guy threatened to do stuff to me. So he said Snap was out of the picture, but I could have TikTok. So me and this girl were still friends, texting over TikTok. She didn't mind that I didn't have Snapchat. And we'd been texting for a good couple of months because, again, I knew this girl in person. I went to primary school with this girl. And then one day she texted me telling me she likes someone. And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for you, you know, slay. Like, I wasn't going to sit here and question her and be like, who is it? Tell me now. So she told me she liked someone and eventually she told me it was me. And I was like, I don't know what to say. I was a year 7. You know, so I was just sort of like, thank you, but I don't like girls. Like, I didn't know, I wasn't going to turn around and be like, I'm not a lesbian or I don't swing that way. I was just going to sit here and be like, I don't like girls. And she was like, please, but you're really pretty. And I was like, thank you, I appreciate that, but I don't like girls. There was no change in my mind, I don't like girls. And she was like, please do it for me. She started getting really angry because my answer was no the whole time. So she left it for that day and I was thankful. I was like, okay, we're going to be friends. Until the next day, she was spam texting me, please, just date me. Don't knock it till you try it, just date me. I was like, don't knock it till you try it. I'm sorry, this is not my vegetables. Okay, what the fuck? No. No matter what I said, this girl was not taking no for an answer. Okay, every day for about a week, this girl was texting me, begging me to turn lesbian for her. I was like, I don't like girls. And she was like, but you will. I'm not going out tonight. You will. Sorry, TikTok sounds got the better of me. Anyway, right, she just wouldn't give up for like a week straight. So I eventually told my dad. I came downstairs and I was like, Dad, I don't know what to do. This girl that's my friend that I went to primary school with is a lesbian and she says she likes me and she keeps begging me to turn lesbian for her and I've told her no many times and it's making me uncomfortable. And my dad sat me down at the table and he was like, Ellie, that must be uncomfortable. I don't even know what to say to you right now, but at least you're dealing with it the right way. And I was like, but what do I do? She's been harassing me for a week now and she won't take no for an answer. And she was like, he's like, you're just gonna have to block her. You're just gonna have to block her. So I did block her and then ever since then she didn't like me. Understandable, I rejected you for a whole week straight. But I found out that a couple months ago she was trying to do the same thing now as a full grown woman to one of my friends. She was harassing her all over TikTok and Snapchat, forcing her to go lesbian, posting TikToks about her, trying to be like, I know you like me, I know you want me, and it's just really embarrassing. I have nothing against lesbians, but I do have something against people who try and force their sexuality on somebody else when they've clearly said no, no matter if that's straight, gay, lesbian, pansexual, whatever the other ones are. If they say no, it means no, okay? No matter what you are. If they say no, they mean no. Even if they are into the same people, if they reject you, take it on the chin and dip, okay?
If you go out with me, I need you to understand that you cannot be scary. Like, I cannot do scary girls because sometimes shit just happens and we need you to be prepared. Let me paint this picture. Me and my best friend, we get invited to this mansion party. Mansion party is cool because we know everybody there already because we hang out with them often. So she invites her homegirl and we're going to call her Markeisha. So I'm vibing with Markeisha because that's my homegirl's homegirl and I'm not a weird bitch. So I'm going to be cool with the homegirl because you're my homegirl's homegirl and that's just how homegirls should be. The vibes are cool. The party's good. And then someone that my homegirl slightly deals with walks in. We're going to call him Mark. Mark is just moving extra weird. And mind you, me and Mark are cool, so I think. Me and Mark are supposed to be friends. So me and the homegirls, we get hot. So we step out. And as we step out, my homegirl sees someone that could potentially be a good business connection. So she starts chopping it up with him, and I see another friend of ours that invited us. So I start talking to him, and Marquisha's just there. Like, Marquisha doesn't really know anybody, but she's more involved in my conversation because obviously that's a business conversation, and she doesn't want to be involved in that because that's my homegirl's business conversation. So we butt out. We start talking to other people. We talk to each other. Mark walks out, and I don't know what happened, but something in this conversation, I guess, rubbed Mark the wrong way. I don't know if it was the alcohol. I don't know if it was anything else. But Mark gets to tripping. Things are fine, and all of a sudden, I hear Mark say, 1, 2, 3, 4, bitches, get out. What? So I think there's only 3 of us. He can't quite possibly be talking to us. That's only 3 of us. He's talking to us. So as soon as I peep that, I'm like, Mark, you don't even have to worry about that. Who are you kicking out? You're not kicking me out. So I start walking to the front. I beat Mark to the front. Mark is trying to walk to security to grab us. Security is begging us to come back into this party, mind you. So Mark really doesn't have the pull that Mark thinks he has. But he starts walking to security, trying to tell security. So my friend's walking with Mark, trying to see, like, Mark, what is going on? Like, why are you acting like this, Mark? This is weird. I see 4 girls walk out, lined up at the top of the stairs. I say, oh, I see what's happening here. They're staring at her like hawks. I said, shit. 4 girls, 3 girls, odds are still looking good. Except Marquisha goes missing. Marquisha walks out with me, so I'm thinking she's next to me the whole time. Marquisha is nowhere to be found when I turn to look around to count the odds, because there's 4 girls on the stairs, right? Marquisha, there's supposed to be 3 of us. Where'd you go, boo? Where are you? I don't have time to look for Marquisha because there's 4 bitches staring at my best friend right now like a hawk. So I'm watching the whole altercation. I'm looking at the 4 girls at the top of the stairs. I'm watching Mark and my friend not even argue. Like, she's trying to tap him like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? A Tesla pulls up. 2 bitches in the Tesla. I said, okay, odds are looking really bad. One of the girls in the Tesla screams out the window, I know she didn't just touch my brother. Mind you, I'm looking at the whole altercation. No one touched Mark. No one touched Mark. And Mark doesn't say no one touched me. Mark just lets it play out. Mark, I know what you are. So the girl starts hopping out the car. So I'm trying to just like obstruct her way in. I'm trying to stand close to security so she can't like push past us. So the girl stands at the front with me because you can't get in here. There's already 4 bitches back there. You're not getting in here. Not on my watch. So Mark, after he talks to security and he sees security is fucking with us, he walks back inside, or tries to, and my homegirl follows him because she's still trying to figure out, Mark, what is going on, Mark? Why are you tripping, Mark? They get to the top of the stairs, and out comes Big Bertha through the front door. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried. Big Bertha gets to tripping, and I'm talking screaming, threatening, everything. And she pushes my friend down the stairs with all her Big Bertha might. I get super worried because my friend, she's a little bit of a wild card. I get worried. I said, oh, fuck, we're fighting tonight. And I'm preparing myself in my 6-inch heels and my little tiny outfit. I'm preparing myself. We're fighting tonight. She just pushed her. My friend does the most surprising thing in the world. She catches herself in her heels like a bad bitch does. Clock that. Turns around, looks at Big Bertha, and points. So I'm like, oh, we're not fighting. Oh my God. My homegirl walks to the front. She meets me at the front, and we start cackling laughing because I am dead as fuck. I'm so surprised that she didn't turn around and do anything. I'm dead as fuck laughing. So she starts laughing. As we're walking out so calmly, we hear Big Bertha start screaming about, oh, and if you come back, we gon' you. If you come back, we gon' you. Big Bertha, calm down. We're just girls. We don't even do that. You're the gangbanger. You just banged on us, Big Bertha? Oh my God, be a lady. Hard for a bitch that looks like Big Bertha, I know. But baby, you're still a girl. So as we're walking down the street cackling, they could probably hear us cackling. And the fact that we walked out so calmly, started laughing, and she pointed at that lady's face, we think they thought that we had in the car and we were coming back to handle that. Mind you, we didn't even want to fight this night. We're still walking down the street cackling because we're surprised, like, oh my God, nothing happened. Big Bertha's back there still threatening us like a man, talk about she's gonna get boy tools and do boy stuff to us. Girl, we're gone. Bertha, calm down. Mind you, Markeisha, where are you? We get to the car, guess where Markeisha is? At the car. You know what? And I think what just happened finally settles in for my friend because she starts to get pissed. So pissed that we are not even moving this car because she's not driving like that. I'm not letting her drive like that. So Markeisha is in the car crying, begging her to move the car. I said, if she moves this car, we're going to die. You don't even get it. We're not going to make it if she moves this car. She's not moving anything. She wants to go back in there and handle what needs to be handled with Mark. Because the thing about Mark is Mark didn't de-escalate anything. Mark, who's supposed to be, you know what, slightly messing with my homegirl, he watched my homegirl get touched and didn't say anything like, hey guys, she didn't hit me. Just so everybody knows, everybody could calm down. You didn't even do that, Mark. I know what you are. So as the night's going on and Markeisha is still freaking out, I have to tell her, Markeisha, you weren't even in any danger. You were good, boo. Why are you freaking out? You weren't even in any danger. We were the ones in danger. You done left your homegirl to get done up if you don't even know what was going on. If I wasn't there, my best friend would not, I don't even know what would have happened. And from that moment forward, I learned my lesson. If you are not going to be a team player when you come out with a team, you cannot come. One band, one sound, okay? If one does it, we all do it because this team works together. There is no man for themselves on this team. At the end of the day, if you are not prepared for the repercussions of possibly going out and there being an issue, because when alcohol's involved, when there's hella people, high tensions involved, sometimes it happens, you know? And if you are not prepared to handle what happens, I don't want to be with you, because if I get jumped because my homegirl runs away, there's going to be another whooping delivered that night, okay? Fast forward, Markeisha and my homegirl are still friends. I didn't really frequent with Markeisha anyways, so it didn't really affect me. I don't talk to her unless my homegirl is around, and that is okay with me. Mark did go ahead and apologize. I'm not a very forgiving girl. My homegirl is very forgiving. She's the sweetest girl in the world, and I think that's why she forgives so well. I don't. I am the grudge holder of the group. Mark did apologize. I did not accept that apology. My homegirl did. I did voice to Mark and his friends how uncomfortable that situation was and how pissed off I was about it. After they heard me, I really stopped talking to all of them. I stopped hanging out with them. And yeah, I saw Mark one time after that at this party in July, and he apologized then. I still don't care. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Story time on how my auntie's baby daddy touched on me and nobody believed me and left me in a motherfucking mental hospital. So, for a little bit of backstory, my mom lost custody over me and my two younger siblings in 2019. I was 11 years old, my mom was a drug addict, and she was not mentally, physically, or emotionally there to take care of us. We were homeless and we were staying in a hotel, but before we stayed in the hotel with my mom, we were staying with one of my friends, me and my two younger siblings. And when we moved back with my mom in the hotel room, two of my aunties, and my nana came to get us. They came up to me and my siblings' school, pulled us out of school, and took us back to the hotel room with my mom and told us to get all of our shit because we were not going to be with my mom no more. After that, we started staying with my auntie. We're going to name her Fake. So when we started living with my auntie Fake, everything was good. I'm not going to lie. Like, I can't hold you. When we were staying with her in the beginning, everything was fine. She was really like a mother figure to me that I never had. Mind you, I never had a mother or a father figure growing up. When we first started staying with her, she was roommating with her ex little boo thing, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It was a 2-bedroom. She had her room. The dude had his room. Me and my two younger siblings slept on an air mattress in the living room. Once that lease was up, we finally got our own place. It was a 2-bedroom, and it was just me, my auntie, and my 2 younger siblings. My auntie and her baby daddy started dating March 25th, 2019. Before that, she, like, in the beginning, she would never really bring us around him, but then it was this one day, I guess he had his two daughters or whatever, and she was like, I want to take y'all to meet him and his daughters or whatever. My siblings was cool with it. I was cool with it. We met him and his kids. It was no issues. Fast forward, we move into our apartment, the 2-bedroom like I just said. He moved in with us. I don't know what was the reason, but what I was told was because my auntie could not take care of the bills by herself. I don't know if that's the case, but shit. I never thought that he would touch me inappropriately or do anything like that because I looked at him as a father figure. And y'all might be asking, what made you think that? What made you think that he was a father figure? For one, the nigga would take us to doctor's appointments, to school. The nigga would buy us clothes, shoes. I thought that, you feel me, that's what a father figure is supposed to fucking do. I used to go through a lot of mental challenges because of the trauma with my mom. I was already essayed when I was 10, living with my mom, and I was traumatically fucked up because of my mom. So yes, I went through depression. Yes, I was self-harming. Yes, I did not want to fucking live no more. Fast forward, it's 2020. School just ended, shut down because of COVID, and I just turned 13. My birthday is March 8th. I remember this day like it was vivid. Me, my little sister, and his 2 daughters and him was all in him and my auntie's room. We were watching something on the TV. I can't remember what the fuck was on the TV, but we were watching something on the TV. And mind you, I used to get in trouble a lot because I used to want to date girls, and I wasn't even fucking with niggas at the time. I was on the girls. I was gay as fuck. And my auntie, I just used to get in trouble a lot because of shit that I shouldn't have been doing. He asked my little sister and his 2 daughters to get out the room so he could talk to me. Mind you, I'm thinking I'm in trouble. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck did I do now to get in motherfucking trouble? Because like I said, I was in trouble all the motherfucking time. So they get out the room. He closes the door and he locks it. I'm standing up at this point. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what did I do? Because, like I said, I used to get in trouble a lot. So I'm like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck do you have to talk to me about? And he's like, oh, it's okay. I just want to chill with just you. You can lay back down, da-da-da. In my head, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, okay. So I lay back down on my auntie's side, but I wasn't laying all the way fucking down. I was sitting the fuck up like this. So we're still watching whatever the fuck is on the TV, and I'm starting to get uncomfortable, but he won't let me get out the room. So we start laying there, and he starts rubbing on me. He starts rubbing on my back first, and when he was rubbing on my back, he made it to my titty and started rubbing on my motherfucking titty. And that point of time, I was froze, because like I said, I was already essayed when I was 10 living with my mom. So in my head, I'm like, fuck, what do I do? I felt paralyzed. I could not fucking move. I did not know what the fuck to do. It went from him rubbing on my back to my titty to him fingering me. I couldn't do nothing. I laid there. I couldn't move. I couldn't get up. I couldn't say nothing. I was just stuck right there. I couldn't do shit. I felt so worthless. I felt defeated. I couldn't do anything. After he got done fingering me, I got the fuck up because I was scared. I didn't know what to do because, like I said, I looked at him as a father figure. I never looked at him as attractive. I never looked at him sexually. I never looked at him like that. He was a father figure to me. I used to call this man dad, and I used to call my auntie mom. So he comes behind me, and he's like, can I pull these down? I'm like, no, and I push him away, and I get the fuck out, and I go to my room. After I went to my room, I swear to God, I did not come out of my room for the rest of that day. I did not leave my room. I felt worthless. I felt disgusted. I wanted to fucking die. I wanted to kill myself. I did not want to live no more. So after I had went to my room and I did not come out of my room no more, before my auntie had got home from work, he had came to my room and he was like, oh yeah, don't even think about telling anybody because nobody's gonna believe you. Everybody knows that I'm not that type of person. And if you were to ever tell anybody, I'm going to separate you and your siblings. Now, everybody knew at the time, My siblings were everything to me. My two younger siblings was my whole entire world. Like, when I say me and my two younger siblings then went to hell and back with each other, like, me and my siblings, like, we were close. Like, we were hella close. Like, so, of course, me not wanting to lose my siblings, and like I said, I was essayed when I was 10, and no, when I finally spoke up about being essayed when I was 10, no, my mom didn't believe me. My mom told me to kill myself. So, him telling me that, I'm like, nobody's going to believe me. Nobody's going to believe me, and I'm going to be separated from my siblings. So, I stayed quiet for 3 years. I didn't say, no, I think it was like 2.5, almost 3 years. I did not say anything. I didn't say nothing. But during this time, I'm mentally destroying myself. Because I'm in a house every motherfucking day with a nigga that touched on me. That made my depression 10 times worse. I was self-harming 2 or 3 times a day. I was doing shit that it wasn't me. I wasn't myself. I wasn't happy. I wasn't any of that. My only escape was school. I would do sports. I would do anything to distract myself. I was a honor student, avid. I was like, school was my distraction. It came a point where it was summertime, and my school had like this summer program for whether if you needed credits or you just needed to get out the house during summer. And my case was I needed to get the fuck about that house during the summer. I had every credit that I need. I was a straight A student. Like, I had everything that I needed. I just needed to get the fuck about that house. Like I said, I was big in sports. So, me and 2 of my friends at the time, we were playing volleyball. And I had got hella hot, forgetting that I had cuts on my wrist. I took my jacket off, and my guidance counselor had seen that I had cuts on my wrist. And he had asked me. He said, "What is that?" And I tried to lie to him. I said, "Oh, the dog scratched me and I had scraped my arm on the wall." He knew I was lying. And I'm not gonna lie, that man saved me. I swear to God, he saved me. He took me to his office and he was like, "Nay, I know that what you said happened did not happen. I know those are cuts from self-harm."
Me tell story. Me tell story about cousin. Me tell you trigger warning. Me cousin, lot older. Old man. Not that old. Me tell you, he turned 30 this year. Me turned 19. When me 16, me had party. Me had get together. Me dad invited cousin. Me invite friend to said party. Me tell friend, me cousin, me friend. Have fun hanging out. Later on night, me sit down in chair. Me talk to friends, me hang out, me laugh, me have fun. Me cousin, talk to me dad. They talking, they have fun. Me get up, me go get food, me go get drink. Me come back. Me cousin sit in me chair. Me no like that. Me want me chair. Me go up to me cousin. Me tell him to get up. He no get up. I ask him, "Please get out of me chair." He say no. So, me think funny. Me sit on him. Me dead body lay. Him get annoyed. Him say, "Get off me." I say, get off me chair. He say, okay. Me get up. He get up. Me sit down in me chair. Me continue talk to friends. Me dad, me cousin talk. Off into the corner. Okay. Nothing weird. Me talk to friend, me hang out. Me and friend go on roof. Look at stars. Chit chat. Me cousin tell me we need to talk later. Okay. Me ask, did I do something wrong? He say, no, we just need to talk. Okay. All right. He leave. He text me right away. He ask, were you trying to get up on me? Me shocked. Me scared. Me cousin 26, 27. Me 16. Me minor. I say no. I ask, why? He say, me never had woman sit on me that wasn't trying to flirt. Me cousin, me blood. Me minor, me 16. I say, I'm sorry. Me no meant to make you feel that way. He say, okay. Then, a couple days go by. He say sorry. He wants me to come over. He wants me to sleep over, hang out with him. Me no comfortable. Me tell me father. Me tell me stepmom. He kept on asking me. But I say no. He said, you have time to come over. I say no. I have stuff to do. He said, it's my turn to take care of you. Me no like that. Me uncomfortable. Me stop talking to him. Me ignore.
Am I in the wrong for refusing to cover my friend's half of the rent after she lost her job? So this has been blowing up in my friend group, and I'm honestly at a loss because everyone seems to have an opinion. I, 27 female, share a 2-bedroom apartment with my best friend Clara, 27 female. We've been living together for almost 2 years, and until recently, it was great. Rent is $1,400, so we pay $700 each. We also split utilities and groceries pretty evenly. Clara's always been responsible, and we had a good rhythm going. About 2 months ago, Clara lost her job. She works in marketing, and her company downsized. At first, I was super supportive, helped her update her resume, sent her job listings, even covered more of the grocery bill because I knew that she was trapped. She assured me she had savings and unemployment benefits, so she'd be fine for a little while. Then rent day came. She handed me $200 and said that she couldn't swing the rest but would catch up next month. I was a little taken aback but didn't want to pressure her too hard. I covered the extra $500 myself, thinking it was a one-time thing. Well, the next month rolled around and she again only had $200. This time, I asked more questions. She admitted her savings had basically dried up. Unemployment wasn't as much as she expected, and she was behind on her credit card payments. I felt bad, but I reminded her that I can't afford to cover both of us indefinitely. My own budget is tight. I'm not swimming in cash either. She got defensive, saying that as her best friend, I should have her back during a rough patch. I said I have been helping, but she needs to take this seriously. Maybe apply for a retail or temp work in the meantime, even if it's not her dream job. Claire got upset and said that she's above working retail after building her career in marketing. Here's where it gets worse. I found out through a mutual friend that she's still going out. Brunches, concerts, even a weekend trip out of town. When I asked how she's affording all that, she said that she's been using her credit card and that mental health breaks are non-negotiable. Meanwhile, I'm stretching every dollar to keep our roof over our heads. This month, she again handed me $200 and told me that she's working on it. I finally told her enough is enough. I can't keep covering her half of the rent. If she can't pay her share, she either needs to find a cheaper place to stay, maybe move back in with her parents temporarily, or we both risk getting evicted. She cried and said I was abandoning her in her time of need. Then she went on Instagram later that night and posted some cryptic quote about fake friends only being there during the good times. A couple of our friends messaged me saying I should cut her some slack because times are tough, but none of them are offering to help her financially. Now things are super tense in the apartment. She barely speaks to me, and when she does, it's passive aggressive. I honestly don't know what to do. I love her, but I can't put myself in debt to cover her lifestyle. Should I have more compassion because she's struggling, or is she taking advantage of me?